Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of July 18th. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here for you, Aries. Now I'm using the Tarot Muka as well as the Higher Self Affirmation deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. Now it is still the case that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you do watch my videos regularly but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. I'm going to put this up here, and we'll also take 3 of these. I guess you're going to get 4. Okay, we're going to take 4 of these higher self affirmation cards here, put those up there, and let's get right into it here, Aries. So taking a look here, kind of my opening thoughts. You know, some of you right now, your routine is extremely important to you, and the how do I say this? Your success materially, your success at work, or your success in kind of the outer world is an extreme focus for you, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, of course. I think some of you are sort of in this path. Do I like dedicate myself to a person, or do I dedicate myself to work? And what I would say is, if that's something that you are considering, I would say that there can be a happy medium, right? There can be both. You can have both, and so do keep that in mind. But you have a very interesting kind of first 5 cards here. I do want to say that there are also people showing up here. Some of you may be dealing with 2 or more people at this time as well in your life, like significant people, right? Like people that, you know, play a potentially significant role in your life, like maybe your boss, your significant other, your family members, your something like that. So let's dive into this and get some more details here. So in the overall situation, you do have the King of Pentacles here, so seen as a good sign. Let's see if you have one. Not really. You don't really have another one here. But in the tarot, you will see castles. Okay, you will see castles, and castles represent rewards. Typically, they are in the distance, but actually, in this case, this person is in the castle. Okay, they are sitting on the throne in the castle. And so this person has climbed, they have achieved success. They have realized rewards in their life. And they have become well off. They have become, you know, potentially wealthy, or well off in some way. And the way that they have done this is they have shown up to work each and every day, and they have done the thing that has consistently resulted in rewards for them. So consistency, hard work, dedication, having a healthy, solid routine, all of these things have gotten this person, have been able to result in this person getting into the castle. And you, I feel like, are figuring out what will get you to the castle, right? Metaphorically speaking, you're figuring out what you need to do to get results, to get rewards in your life. And I think some of you, that's extremely important at this time, Aries. So that's kind of what's coming to mind. Now this King of Pentacles person, this could also be a boss figure in your life. In this case, that's typically the King of Swords, but I'm just feeling that for you. But that's also coming to mind. Some of you may want to also step into a leadership role. This is just an important reminder, by the way. It doesn't matter what gender you are. I don't attach gender to the cards since we have 2 kings here. But I also think that maybe some of you are looking to get into a leadership role at this time as well. In the past, you have the 5 of Swords and the King of Cups. So the 5 of Swords is really this card of loss, defeat, conflict, challenge. Anything like that. The thing is, 5 of Swords makes you strong. Okay, the 5 of Swords makes you extremely strong. It's like It's like when you go through, when you are dealt a blow, it's like yeah, that's painful, it hurts. Loss and separation is not fun, but it also makes you an extremely strong person, and it allows you to sort of understand what you need to do for the next round. And especially with the Five of Swords, it's like you may be down now, but you're not out. Okay, you are not out of the game. This is not like the Ten of Swords. You do have this King of Cups as well. King of Cups is somebody who, a couple things here. King of Cups really asks you to, if it's an aspect of yourself, it will ask you to sort of be mindful, be present, and specifically know that you are capable of weathering any storm. As you can see, there's a storm going on in the background. Despite all the chaos that is happening behind this person, they are, as you can see here, enjoying life. They are enjoying life despite the chaos. As an aspect of a person, like somebody else in your life, this could be somebody who's considered to be a good partner in the tarot. It can also be negatively, like in a negative way. It can be somebody who's emotionally manipulative. Don't know if I'm really feeling that right now. Maybe you're separating from somebody like that, and the thing is, this has happened in the past, so maybe it's like there was an ending with somebody who had that quality about them. In the future, you have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups, so definitely love to see what's coming in here for you. Two of Wands, this person is sort of recognizing, as you can see here, that they have the entire world in the palm of their hand. I also feel like they're kind of scrying. If you've ever heard of scrying, it's like looking into the looking glass, or looking into like a pool of water or a body of water, or into a candle, and finding meaning. In this case, they're looking into the globe. I feel like some of you are really putting plans in place. This is asking you to like take planning, preparation, and kind of that type of energy very seriously. In doing the planning and the preparation, you will set yourself up for major success, which I think some of you are really doing. This could also be a deciding energy, deciding, like I said at the beginning of this reading, if you want to, like, can I be in a relationship and also have success? I would say you can, and I would also say that like you can have both. Some people may want to choose between one or the other. It really just depends. But the reason I say that is because you have the Ace of Cups with it, which the Ace of Cups it's this like, for me, the Ace of Cups is like a happiness pill. It's like an outpouring of joy, of celebration, of happiness, and it's a new beginning. Overflowing cups, as you see in this card, are always a good sign in tarot. And there is definitely new happiness arriving for you here as you go down a path, or as you kind of put in some planning and some preparation and some work into something. Let's just dive into this a little bit more. I want some more details on what this might be. So you have the Five of Wands. You have the High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the Four of Swords. All right, so we have these fives here in the past. There was a change in the dynamic of a relationship that you have with somebody. I don't know if this is romantic or if this is like there's a relationship. Okay, the dynamic has changed between you and another person here. Very clearly with the Five of Swords, Five of Wands, King of Cups there. I think what's going on is with the High Priestess, the thing is, you need to trust that whatever happened has happened for a sort of higher divine reason, and that ultimately, many times the best way forward is by going within and by listening to what your soul is trying to communicate to you, and kind of cutting the outside noise out of the equation. As you see this, there's a lot of noise going on here. The five people are sparring on the card. And so cutting that out and really trusting what your soul is telling you to trust. The Seven of Pentacles here, another card of hard work. You are definitely putting in the work. This person is harvesting, okay? They are harvesting something. As you can see, the pentacles in the basket here. And they have decided that it's just about time for them to kind of take what they've built. This person's considering a new path or a new journey or a directional change, just like the Two of Wands person. I would say that it's very important that I think some of you are going to be making a change here in the future if you have not already. And the whole point of this change is because you're looking to get to the castle. With going back to that analogy here with the King of Pentacles, that is the core sort of reason why you are making this change. And yes, and what I wanted to say along with that was, before this change happens, I think what the cards are trying to communicate to you is that it's very important that you have some preparation done. Okay, like I don't think this is a scenario where you're just like in the full energy, you're just flying by the seat of your pants here. No, I think some of you preparing, right? Preparing as much as you can. You have the Four of Swords, healing, again, not swimming upstream, but instead swimming with the current and the flow of the water, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, so you got 4, so we'll do 2 at a time. These are some big cards here. So you have, well, yep, intuition. I listen to the voice that doesn't use words. And then I think intentionally this is hard to read because pay attention to subtle energy. This is intentionally subtle. Listen to the voice that doesn't use words. And then you have experience. I create my experience of reality. Experience is the mirror of your thoughts and feelings. Intuition here, as I've said with the High Priestess, very important way forward for you. And then you have expansion. I expand through love. Love feeds the soul. And then you have courage. I have the courage to go within and work my way through. The way through is you. Yes, the way through is you. It's not through anybody else. Similar to that intuition message, right? Yeah. It's like, what am I trying to say here? There is something about you like, I said scrying, which I've never picked up before with this, as this person's looking into the globe. It's like, do some of you need to just like, do you have your own tarot deck? Do you have a meditation practice? Do you have like a walking meditation that you like to do? Do you like to get out in nature? Like some of you need to like maybe find the answer that is not necessarily coming from outside, but instead coming from within. And if you need some help through like tools like tarot or something, maybe doing that. You have the Magician, you have the Seven of Swords, and you have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Magician is really nice here. It says you have all the tools that you need to get started, and not only get started, but to actually bring something into full manifestation for your life. It's a very encouraging card of taking action on a manifestation that you've wanted for a long time, which is really coming forward here with this Seven of Pentacles and this deciding between paths, deciding between wands energy. Seven of Swords says, do not deceive yourself at this time, okay? And also be careful of somebody who might be deceiving you. But actually, the thing about the Seven of Swords is it can also say that you need to build a strategy, or you need to build a game plan. You need to sort of, because look, this person's stealing swords, right? But they didn't steal these swords without having a game plan or without having a plan in place before stealing the swords. And I think that this is probably more about strategizing than it is about deception. Yeah, I think it's more about strategizing for you. The Queen of Wands, another card of attraction. You have 2 Law of Attraction cards here with the Magician and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands can attract whatever they want in their life, but they must be authentic. Okay, they must be their authentic self. You have the Ten of Cups, and you have the Ten of Swords. Big chapter coming to a close here to get double tens together. This is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever it is, kind of opposite energies, light and dark, if you will. But it's okay because you can choose to view tarot in a more positive light. You can choose to look at tarot however you want to look at tarot. The Ten of Swords, it is a painful ending, but it is an ending nonetheless. And it does say that there is a chapter closing out and a new chapter beginning. It does say that there's new hope on the horizon, especially because you have the Ten of Cups, which you can see this family here on the card is literally realizing that there is hope. Now that all 10 cups have been fulfilled or realized, there is hope on the horizon here. Ten of Cups is total joy, total happiness, especially as you have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. You're completing the suit of the journey of the cups as you start off with 1, the Ace, and you close out here with 10. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Temperance card, another Law of Attraction card with the Magician, the Queen of Wands, and now the Temperance card. This reason being is the Temperance person, it's actually an angel on the card, is performing alchemy here. You can see that they're kind of performing alchemy. And the Temperance card says that you are healing. You have the ability to bring something big into your life. As you see, they're dipping their toe in the water. I also want to point out to you how still the water is, how calm the water is. The Temperance card is a calm energy. And I also said, remember, do not swim upstream, but instead swim with the current of the water. I think that this is very important to you. You are getting a manifestation here, but it's making sure you have all your ducks in a row, making sure you have everything set up and ready to go. And that manifestation will come in for you here, Aries. So I love this reading. You also have the, you have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. You're ready to do the work and as a result, get the offer that you've been looking for as a result of your work. So love that. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.